Okay, I'm going to do a little video because I'm about to list a Gamatron conversion kit for sale. And most people would be like, what the F is a Gamatron? So I'm going to do a brief little video on what it is and what I have available. And this is sort of what the before is, and this is what the after could be. Depends on to what extent you want to restore a Gamatron. So what is a Gamatron? If you go to the Internet Pinball database and click on Pinstar Gamatron, you can find all the details. But Gary Stern of Stern Electronics in 1985 was trying to come up with new ways to make money because pinball was in a lull. So he invented a company called Pinstar. So this is kind of as Stern Electronics was dying and just prior to the formulation of Data East Pinball. And Gamatron was really the only thing that came out of this business venture. What you do is you buy this kit. It will revitalize your old, say, Bally Playboy that you've had on location. And in 1985, it's just not making money anymore. So you buy the kit, you install the Playfield, the back plexi, you do the additional wiring and miscellaneous stuffs that are required, and boom, you got yourself a brand new pinball machine that can start earning again and without having the full expense of a new pinball machine. Gamatron is a Harry Williams design. Notice the Playfield looks familiar in terms of layout. It is pretty much Flight 2000, almost identical, but in narrow body formation. So your Stern Flight 2000, I think 1980, was a wide body game, but Gamatron is a standard body Playfield and plays a little faster and meaner, and that's what most people love about Gamatron when they play it. In order to do the conversion, you will need to follow the instructions, and they are readily available on the Internet Pinball database. So you can print that off, and away you go. To start, you will need a donor Bally cabinet, preferably one that does not have chimes. Otherwise, you will have to add a speaker and a volume pot, which is not a big deal. But if you get, say, a Bally Playboy that has a soundboard, then you can skip those steps. My Gamatron started out its life as a bobby ore. The original conversion kit came with a set of cabinet decals that you would just stick onto your Playboy, for example. This is what I pulled off of the bobby ore. These are going to be included in case you want to trace out the artwork and do this kind of thing. If you don't want to go through all that expense, then you can literally just leave your cabinet art as is, but the OG artwork is included, and also this coin door decal, which looks pretty sweet. The board set used is your standard Bally Stern board set. You've got your standard solenoid driver, lamp driver, and power supply. In this case, I used an NVRAM Weebly MPU, and you literally just set the dip switch settings to Flight 2000 because Gamatron runs the exact same software as Flight 2000 did. And then you do have to secure yourself a Stern SB300 soundboard and mount it to the side, and that is basically it. Quick side note, there are some wiring adjustments you'll have to make, mostly just in terms of lamp reassignment from the Bally game to the Gamatron Playfield and stuff. So you can see this connector is not used, but this one's provided. And this connector over here is not used, but this one is provided. So there are some wiring modifications you will have to make. For the displays, most Bally games of the era, maybe all of them, had 6 digits. So on the conversion, you would add an extra lamp socket here and then have it illuminate a fake 0 on the back glass. So you can do that, or you can do what I did and add in 7-digit displays and not have to do the fake 0 thing, which I think is just much cleaner. So I went with brand new LED displays. They are beautiful. They're the low profile so they don't stick out of the back. And in order to change the wiring from 6-digit to 7 digits, it's actually very simple. You just add one wire on this connector. I think it's pin 7. It'll say 7th digit right on the Alltech board, sorry, Weebly board. And then you run a wire to this connector here, and the space is open, so you don't need to shuffle anything around. Then you jumper it to here, and then to here, and then to here. You're literally just adding one wire, and if you can repin connectors, then it is really no big deal at all. As for the back plexi, this one, the fact that it exists is wonderful. It does have a crack all the way through that is taped up, which is not wonderful. But someone on Pinside will make and sell you a brand new Gamatron actual backglass if you choose. If you go to the Gamatron Club on Pinside, I'm pretty sure it is Chosen who makes the backglass. I think he was in development for like a couple years, but for I think $350 possibly, you can get a brand new backglass. On a quick side note, the conversion kit came with these red gels that you would put in behind the displays. And if you're going to go with brand new LED displays, I didn't use them because I thought it just looked better. Here's my back plexi installed. You can see the displays are nice and clean. And if there was to be a gel behind it, it just kind of mutes it, I find. So I like it better without. Okay, here's the Playfield. It is a little dirty, as you can see, but it is in pretty nice shape overall. Like, I think it'll clean up great. This plastic is broken in the middle there. This one is missing altogether. Missing a star post, but that's easy enough to find. So, you know, maybe I can scan my plastic and you can get one made. It's not the end of the world. It's got pretty much everything else. Oh, it does look like this plastic is missing as well. And a post there. The main thing is that it is missing both spinner brackets, or spinner mechs entirely. So you're going to need to source out the spinner hardware. So that'll be probably the biggest challenge. But, you know, you can fabricate something if needed. But it looks like the rest of the plastics are there, and the Playfield, minus the grime, should clean up nicely. It's got original drop targets, and they all appear to be in good shape in terms of drop target decals. And there's the apron. So it's mostly there. Okay, this is the back side of the Playfield, and you can see that it is missing some of the flipper hardware. So we're probably not going to be able to source this exact plunger and link. The coils, yeah, no problem. You might be able to use like the original Stern flipper hardware, or you can replace the flipper mechs entirely, which is very doable. You can just go with probably the full flipper kit at Pinball Life. I wouldn't be surprised if that works. And I think everything else appears to be intact under the Playfield. I noticed like a couple fuses are missing, no big deal there. But the very unique drop target mech is all there, complete. Original coil. Well, there's two coils, original coils. It's the other drop target assembly. This coil looks like it's seen better days. That is the kicker, I believe. And yeah, that doesn't seem to be freely moving, so I'm gonna need a new coil there. And I think everything else looks to be reasonably intact. Oh, we are missing another coil here and coil stop. So you're going to need coil stop that looks like that for that side. So anyway, the playfield is like 90% complete. You're going to have to source out a few things. And yet another coil and coil stop there for the pop bumper. But none of that is going to be too difficult. Actually, you got the spinner switch on this side. So what about the other side? There's the spinner switch on the other side. So you just need the rods, the bracket, and the spinners. Obviously, you're not going to find Gamatron spinners, but probably generic Stern spinners should do the trick. And I will include some spinner decals. So there you go. So whether you want to rat rod out an old Bally cabinet, or you want to do a high-end Gamatron like this, this is your opportunity right here. I don't know how I'm going to ship this thing, but hopefully someone can just come and pick it up. But you too can have yourself a Gamatron.